we are going to make treat bags. We have a little witch's hat treat bag as well as pumpkin treat bags. So we're getting ready to make some fun things. Now, what do you need? Well, you need right now paper. Okay, we have black paper. And I have some other scrap paper. So if you have any scrap paper laying around, a little orange cardstock. And I have my little cutting board only for just measuring. This is my ruler for right now. Always have something to draw with. And of course, what do we need? We need candy. We need lots and lots of candy, right? So we have candy. And we have cupcake holders. We have pipe cleaners. Your stapler, which we're gonna put the bag together. And you have some glue if you like that kind of glue. The glue of preference that I prefer, I love glue dots. And we just need some containers, something small, round, circular container. That was in my instructions, so we can make all of our circles. I also have, depending on how big we want the bag, a CD player. This, I like that circle. It's nice and very sharp and even. So we have 2 different circular objects that we're gonna use today, okay? So we also have purple paper because witches love purple. Okay, so we're going to get started. You need your scissors and googly eyes. So I have lots of googly eyes and some yarn. So let's get started. Well, we're gonna zoom down to my workstation and let's pull everything together. Okay. Okay. So now we're into the workstation and hopefully you can see me and make sure my hands are visible for you. Okay, so let's get started. First, let's make the pumpkin one, okay? So I've already cut and you can see that I have my CD, okay? And I've already cut one side out already, okay? So that's one, matches that. So we're gonna cut another side out. So we're just gonna use another piece of orange paper and we can move the ruler across over to the side right now because we really won't need that right now. But we do need this particular one and I wanna make sure you can see that, okay? So we're just gonna take our pen or pencil and you're just going to circle, just trace over, trace around, make sure your pen works. Trace around the CD. These little bags won't take long at all. So if you're getting ready for a party, or just not a little party among yourselves at home, and if you have some neighbors you want to share your project with, you certainly can. This is really cool to do. And you can just put your little candies in them. Don't eat them before you put them in the bags and give them away, okay? That's the first thing. Whenever I do this, that's sort of the first rule, number 1, don't eat the candy. Let's put it into the treat bag first, okay? All right. So we're just cutting in a circular motion, okay? All right, so now you should have 2 round circles. Okay, so now we're simply going to, okay, I like to sort of fold them just a little bit, sort of round them in your hand with a little fold, puff them out a little bit, okay? Just a little bit like that, okay? So you see there's sort of a little sort of have curve. You see that curve in there, okay? Now we're gonna take those 2 sides together, all right? We're gonna put them together there. And we're going to get our stapler, okay? And we're just gonna staple down at the bottom, just right on the edge, okay? Right there on the edge, okay? 1, 2, and 3. That's on one side. 1, on the other side, 2, and 3 on the other side. Okay, now, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 staples, okay? So now we're going to just simply open that up. You see how it's open? Woo. Okay, we're getting ready to add some candy, but not quite yet. Let's decorate what we have here. Okay, so I think let's get some googly eyes out. Okay, and then you can cut different kind of shapes. So let's see. We have some of this paper. Okay, and any kind of scrap paper will be fine, because you can take your scrap paper and you can just cut some different kind of little shapes, little squiggly kind of shapes, okay? Deep squiggly kind of shape like that. And you're just moving your paper and you're cutting, okay? So you have something sort of odd looking like that, okay? So let's cut a couple of different kind of squiggle kind of things. All right, I'm gonna use the same one, and I'm just gonna do squiggly again. Squiggly, squiggle, 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 and a squiggle. Okay, so we have a couple of shapes that we can work with now. I think I'm gonna put them right there. Okay, one right there on that side, like so, and one right there on that side, like so, okay? I'm not too interested in covering this up quite yet because we're gonna add some other kind of designs. Now, my choice, right, of glue. We can use Elmer's glue, not a problem, okay? My choice of glue to use, okay, and Elmer's might work for me today. So I'm just going to put Elmer's on this piece real good. Go ahead and circle it all around, add it on there, okay? And place it wherever you want to place it. I want to sort of have it hanging a little bit off, but it's on top of my staple, okay? And we're going to take the other one, and we're going to do the same thing. Just circle, glue, circle, 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 okay? And we're going to place that also on top. All right, okay. And it's okay. I wanted to I'm placing them different ways now. So now I want to add some eyes. I'm going to add all kinds of different size eyes to my design, okay? All right, so I'm going to try these little tiny ones. And I think I'm going to put one right there, one right there, right there. And you just place your glue wherever you want to place an eyeball, okay? And I'm going to do a couple of different eyeballs. And I'm just going to drop it right there. Put my googly eyeball right there, okay? All right. And I'm just going to add that one right there. Okay. And I think I'm going to add a big one. But I want my big one, I'm going to use my glue dots, because this one is a little bigger and same size as the glue dot. I love it. And I'm going to place it right somewhere where I think I want it, in the middle. I think right here. One eye right there. This might be a one eye kind of bag, eh? Okay, we can do whatever we want to do, because you know what? We are the designer of our own bags. So I'm placing another googly eye, another googly eye, and have fun with it. If you have something else, if you have buttons you want to add on, you certainly can use that too as well. So I want to light up a lot of eyeballs on this one. Eyeballs, eyeballs, eyeballs. Guess what? I want my snacks to be well guarded. So I want a lot of eyes on my snack bag. Okay. And we're placing that one. Okay, I think I'm good there. Whoop. Flip that around. Okay, so we have eyeballs there. And let's get a couple more eyeballs. Maybe I'll go with a big one. Yeah, I think I will do a big one now. But again, I'm going to use my glue dot for a big eyeball. Okay. Oh, yes. That'll work real good. Okay. So those are on. Okay. I think they'll stay on pretty good. I have one more area here I see that I think I may want to add another eyeball to. A couple more eyeballs. Ooh, So when you're doing they're very tiny and they're very slippery, but that's okay. You can, as long as you place it on there pretty quickly, you should be okay. Okay, just press down on all of our googly eyes. Make sure they're there, okay, in place. Now, we'll put that over to the side. So now I want to add a little yarn. Okay, so I have some yarn here, and I'm just gonna design the face, okay? It's my design, I'm just going to design the face. I think I will add on maybe a little something around there, okay? And put a little yarn around there, like so, okay? And I think that might stay. But if not, I'm going to add a little piece of yarn right here. Put my little glue right there, a glue dot, okay? And I'm going to move that yarn around. You see how I'm moving it around, in and out kind of thing, okay? All right, in and out, okay? I think I'll add another one on that other side because we are designing the bags. Okay, so next I'll show you how to add on some arms and your handle, most importantly, right? Okay, so we're gonna add on, okay, let's see, let's keep designing this, and we're gonna add on a little, I'm gonna cut the yarn now. I think it's time to cut the yarn now. Okay, and let's place that yarn right there around that eye. Okay, so I do see that I need to probably put a little piece of glue dot there. Just a little piece. And I'm gonna add on something else, which is a little piece of purple. I have a little scrap of purple. So I'm gonna add that on too. Just something different. I'll give it a little bit more character. And I have another piece of purple I wanna add on to around this eye. I think I'll cut around it though, make it round a little bit. All right, yeah, really make it look creepy. Oh yes. Okay, so we have a little design there, okay. Now we're ready to put the bag together. Let's add your arms to it, so your handles. So what I did really was just take a piece of your paper, okay, that I already cut, and just cut a little strip, a thin strip, okay, doesn't really, you don't have to have it too long, okay. We're gonna cut all the way through, okay. We're going to, let's fold that in half, okay, so that's a nice size, right? And we're gonna take this now and we're going to staple it right here on the side. Okay, but before I staple that also, I think I want to add on, I keep adding on, right? I'm going to add on some arms. How about that? Okay, so I think I'm going to add some arms, and I'm simply going to add them from the back, okay, to the front. So when I staple, okay, I'm going to hold that there. I'm going to put my handle right there. And I'm going to staple it all together. Okay, so my arms are on, my handle is on. Now I can go to the other side. My arm is still in the back of the arm is still in the back, not a problem, okay? And I'm gonna do the same exact thing, okay? So we're gonna go back, we're gonna slide that in, and we are simply going to staple it. Okay, and let's staple that together. Okay, oh, may have to staple another one over here. Okay, I think my little, they don't want to stay, but you know what, they're going to stay because we will get them stapled the right way. Okay, good. We want our arms to stay on. Yes, we do. They must stay on. Okay. Now, because you have your arms on now, so let's bring that arm to the front. And I'm going to glue. If they don't stay on, that's okay. Because you have this wonderful thing called glue dots. I love them. And again, that's my first preference of glue. And we're just going to always rub it on. Hold your finger down. And guess what? My arm's going to stay on now. Oh, yes. So now I have my little arm ready, coming in. Okay, I have my other little arm. I think I'm gonna put this over here as well. Why not? And it'll just secure it a little bit better, I think. Okay, fold that in. Okay, and you have, okay, your arm. So we have our arms. We have our handle on our bag. All right. Just gonna make sure the handle's in front. We have our opening. So what do we need next? I think we need candy. Let's add candy to it. There's one. Okay. We have, that was a Reese cup. We have another kind of Reese cup. And we have a Dove bar. Let's put that into our snack bag. So we have our next snack bag. Okay, let's do a which one. I think we have time for the which one with the hats. So we're going to put that to the side for right now. Now, the one for the witch bag, is fairly simple as well. We're going to take a piece of black paper, okay, and we're just going to cut a 3.5 by 3.5, okay? So your ruler, and this is a normal kind of ruler, 1 to 12 inches, okay? So we're just going to cut it 3 inches. So I just want to measure my 3 inches and I see where I'm at. Okay, so I'm going to mark because I won't have to cut it this way. I just need to mark it where I'm going to cut. So I'm going to do 3.5 inches. 1, 2, 3, half right in the middle, right there, as we can see. Just mark it, okay? And I'm going to also look again. Let's see. We're going to 3. That's all I need. 1, 2, 3 in and a half. 3.5. Oops, this way. We have to make sure we're doing it correctly. We're going to cut, and we're going to cut this direction. Okay, 3.5 and 3.5 inches now. So we are marking it. Okay, great. So we can move that to the side. And we're just going to take our scissors. You don't need to do anything else. Just take your scissors. So we're going to cut our 3.5 inch bag. Okay. And we're going to cut our 3.5 inch bag right there. Okay. Okay. So we can move that to the side. So we have our 3.5 inch. Now we're ready to make the witch's hat. This is the body of it. Let's also cut the back of the bag. I think I'm going to do an orange one, just like I did here with this one. Okay, so we're gonna just place this on top. Now I wanna just cut it a little bigger because I just wanna have that added extra side there, okay? So just place what you have cut right here, and just on the outside, not right at it, but just on the outside, okay? You just wanna cut, that's all you have to do. So you're gonna have a little edge there, okay? So now we have an edge. You should have something that looks like that, okay? This too, we're gonna open up a little bit and roll it, okay? We're gonna roll this one, okay? Because we want it to puff out some, okay? Like a bag. Now, let's see. We are going to add on, I have these wonderful cupcake holders. Let's add on a little character, okay? So the witch, she wants to, you know, she has a little style to herself. So let's add her a little skirt on. We just fold that over like so. You can trim to really make it puff out now. Okay, you can trim. And all you have to do is just, you're cutting right within the grooves of some of the cupcake. Okay, you see? And they're like, whoa, flying away. Okay, so now we're just gonna simply glue this on. So let's take our, I'm going to do my glue dots, okay? And we are going to just simply glue this on. I'm going to put one right there, okay? And these are so quick and easy to do. Doesn't take long at all, okay? We're going to put our little skirt part right there, okay? Woo! So she has a little, okay? And we are going to simply staple this at the bottom and on the side. So we're just going to staple. We don't want our candy to fall, right? Keep in mind, you're not going to eat them. You're going to give them away. Okay? We're going to staple there. 3 staples will close it up very nicely at the bottom. Now we're going to staple on the side. One right there. And one right there. Okay. And now we still have our opening. Okay, right? We want to make sure our opening is still there. And it is. Now we're going to make the hat. I have my last little circle object right here. I want the bottom of that. And we're going to make our hat that goes on top of our witch's bag. Take your pen or your pencil and you just trace around. Okay, top back on, that over there, and now you're going to cut all around that circle. Okay, if you have a cutting machine, great. You can make big circles, little circles, or however big you want your witch's hat to be. However, we're just going to use something that we have handy, and that was just my vitamin bottle. Okay, all right. So we now have a circle. So we have this and this. Now, how about the hat? Top of the hat, which is like purple, right? So we're just going to cut, and you can see where I cut a little angle. We're just going to cut at an angle, okay? And we're going to just cut it in just a sharp angle part, okay? You see that? Okay. All right, just a little bit. Witches' hats are not that wide at the top, okay? They're long at the top, but they're not wide at the top. So we have like a little triangle, okay? So we're going to take this, and now we're going to fold this over because we don't need all of that for the hat. Just fold it over, and you can actually cut it because we won't need it anymore, okay? So we don't need that side. So now you have the half circle, and you have the witch's hat, which is the triangle. You're just going to glue that on top, okay? So again, I'm going to use my particular glue dots. Rub that on. And again, you can still use this with Elmer's glue, but you have to let it really dry a little long time, okay? All right. Now, I want to fold mine out a little bit, so I'm just going to sort of fold it in a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit around. So you have it where it's sort of out a little bit. That's all you have to do is just fold it out a little bit, and you have your hat, okay? All right, now we're going to place our hat on the outside of this bag, like so. So, again, I think I have another glue dot that I can use here. And I'm just going to place it right there. And place that one right at the edge. Okay. Now, do we want to add a bow? We certainly can add a bow. Let's add a bow. Now, now that I have this, I'm going to first add my handles. Let's get the handles on so we can actually, and we just need a little bit of handle. Cut a nice little strip out of some of your scrap. Put your scrap over there. Okay. We're going to glue, again, our strap on. And I think right now I'm going to use this side. Just glue it on the back. Put my little glue dot there. So before I staple it, I just want to make sure this is really secure. So I'm gonna sort of double apply it. That means I'm adding glue and I'm going to staple the side, the handles on, because by the time you add your candy onto it, you want to make sure it stays in. Okay, so I'm just gluing that on the side. Okay, fold that over. And because they're snack bags, they don't have to have long handles. Okay. And I think whoever you give this to, they will love it. Plus the snacks inside. Okay. And this will make sure that we keep the candy inside. So we have that going on right now. So I think I'm gonna add a big eyeball in the middle, but we're gonna make a bow. Witches' hats, they can have a little pizzazz to them. So let's add a little pizzazz to her hat, okay? Let's do a little bow. And the way you do a little bow, you just fold this over, take a little piece of scrap, fold it over, cut, okay. And so we have it folded over. Now I'm just going to cut inside, well, let's fold that over again too, okay? We're gonna make it really quick and easy peasy. We love easy peasy. Okay, so we're just gonna cut it like that. Doop. Okay. All right, so we have something like that, but we are going to cut it where we're going in, well, we're going out a little bit. Okay. Okay. And I don't need all that, so I'm gonna cut that on off. Okay. And we're gonna go out a little bit again, right here. So you're cutting angle to angle, all right? And cutting another little angle. We're gonna straighten it out some. Okay, make a little cute little bow, okay? I think I wanna add another, and if you cut an angle here, and you go in and you cut another angle here, that'll give it a different kind of bow. Okay, so we can take that off. She has a cute little bow. Okay, so we're gonna add that also to our project, our bag. Okay, again, make sure you glue off, okay, off your fingers. Now onto your bag. Okay, now I'm gonna add an eyeball right in the middle. So, okay, eyeball in the middle. All right, right there. Alrighty, so guess what we have? Let's put some candy in here. We have our witch's treat bag. Okay, I think we could put a couple pieces of candy in here. Okay, so you can give that to some of your friends. And just because you can't go door to door, okay, that's okay. You have some treat bags that you can still share with some of your neighborhood friends, and you can just drop this off on their door handle. So by all means, still enjoy this time with your neighbors and with your neighborhood friends and even some of your classmates that live close by. So still enjoy and just drop it off on their porches or whatever. Put it on your porch and they can come by and pick it up. So we have to be creative during this time to really enjoy our harvest treat bags, okay? So enjoy. Now keep in mind, we clean up everything, you put tops back on things, close up your glue stick, your glue objects, and clean up everything so you don't have a big mess, okay? And your parents won't get mad with you. All right. Okay, so enjoy. Have fun. Bye-bye, and thank you for joining Miss Ivy for Harvest Treat Bags. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Be safe.